Proverbs chapter 22, verse 3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakaha Kodash. Double honor to the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone, who still rule and teach well. Peace and blessings and safety unto the Lord's elect, scattered throughout the four corners of the planet Earth, mainly in America, pushing this word in humility and sincerity as commanded by Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Honor brother Yaquan from the GMS Cleveland camp, Lord willing, coming back with a quick and edifying lesson. The Wadi Yahweh Shemel Shah for giving me the spirit to do this lesson. And this is more proof that the RFID microchip is the mark of the beast and that it's coming. Most recently, you've had a big controversy here in America and definitely in the Midwest and Ohio, which I'm in Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio, dealing with these data centers. And, you know, one would have to ask themselves, why is the sudden need for all of these data centers? Well, by the title of the video, you probably guessed it, they're going to need it for the mark of the beast. Okay, and I even asked ChatGPT, and I'm going to read ChatGPT's answer. Okay, now I work for a company that pretty much, you know, I'll say we work with various different clients and contractors that do different types of construction. Okay, and one of the companies that we work with is a fiber optics company. And if you don't know what fiber optics are, it's basically like these wires, I guess, that deal with high-speed internet and connection. And so my company has been having a whole lot of business because there are thousands, hundreds, or even thousands of these fiber optic jobs all over Ohio. I mean, they're out in the middle of nowhere, they're out in the city, and they're putting up these fiber optic wires. And also, they're building all of these data centers, which the people are pushing back against it, but they don't understand that this is going to come whether they like it or not, because this devil is going to mandate an RFID microchip in your hand or in your forehead. And in order for that microchip to work, they need these data centers, because there's going to be a major increase in data. Now, this is an article here from this Instagram page about Cleveland, Ohio. It says a $1.6 billion data center proposed for Cleveland Slavic Village. It says developers are proposing Cleveland's first hyperscale data center campus, a project that could consume enough power for more than 100,000 homes. So these are powerful data centers that can hold massive amounts of data. I think about the movie Afraid, which was about a world that was basically being ruled by AI. And in that movie, the AI was actually a supercomputer. And although they destroyed the supercomputer at the end of the movie, they could not destroy the AI system because it was linked into everything. It was attached to the Internet of all things. So I asked ChatGPT, I said, in a world where everyone has a microchip in their hand, would data centers and fiber optics be useful? It says yes, they'd be absolutely essential. You see that? Essential. They cannot bring the mark without these data centers and these fiber optic wires going up all around the world. And it explains why. It says if everyone had a microchip in their hand for identification, payments, like the scriptures say, Revelation 13 and 16, that no man may buy or sell, save, meaning except he had the mark. It says for identification, payments, health data, communication, etc., that would massively increase the need for data infrastructure, and it would not replace it. So these things are essential because the massive need for data infrastructure is there because of what the plans of the wicked elite of the nation of Edom are, to microchip this society. It says the chip is just a device, not the system. A microchip in your hand would function like a terminal, similar to a smartphone or credit card. It would still need to send data somewhere, receive updates, and verify information, identity, payments, and permission. Second one, it deals with the fiber optics. It says fiber optics would be even more critical, which explains, like I said, why my job is getting so many clients right now, and they're all doing the same thing. They're putting up new wiring for these fiber optic systems. Fiber optics will be even more critical. Fiber optics are the backbone of high-speed communication. In a chipped world, every scan, transaction, or biometric check would send data instantly. Billions of people will be constantly connected, right? The Internet of all things, which Klaus Schwab mentioned, the fourth industrial revolution, which is is it the fifth industrial revolution? It may be the fifth industrial revolution, which is merging man with machine. Billions of people will be constantly connected. It says latency or delay would need to be extremely low. So this infrastructure is still being laid out for the RFID micro C-HIP, for the mark of the beast, for the M to the O to the T to the B. The infrastructure is still being laid out. More proof, more warning, okay, more receipts. You other Hebrew Israelite camps, you need to get with the program, or else you're going to get caught up in this infrastructure and taking the mark of the beast. Because the only way you're going to resist it is if the Lord puts the Spirit on you to resist the hour of temptation, which is mentioned in Revelation, the 3rd chapter, the 10th verse, the hour of temptation, which is the time where the Lord is going to tempt you to receive this mark. Okay, now it says fiber networks carry massive volumes of real-time data, connect chips to cloud systems globally, and support secure encrypted communication. Data centers would massively expand, with billions of implantable C-HIPs, identity databases, medical records, financial systems, locations, and access logs. All of that needs storage, processing, which is AI and verification systems, and redundancy backup systems. So these data centers are they play a major part in the New World Order and the establishment of the micro C-HIP. Now they plan to build this massive data center here in Cleveland, Ohio, somewhere in the hood near downtown, as you see. So once again, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. If you can't foresee this prophecy, then you're simple, and you're gonna continue to teach the wrong thing. And when you're teaching the wrong thing, you're deceiving the people. And we know how the Lord feels about deceivers, false prophets. Okay, but make no mistake about it. This is coming, and the Lord said that He would give you warning by the mouth of His prophets. And that He said that before He brings anything, He will forewarn you. Let me go to Isaiah chapter 49 real quick. And it's not going to be long. I just wanted to bring out that information. Isaiah, what is that? 42 verse 9. Isaiah chapter 42 verse 9. It says, behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them. So before the mark is coming, before the mark comes, before this devil mandates it in his system, the Lord is going to tell you of it. Because the Lord is a just power. He's going to give you warning. You either take heed to the warning, or you forbear the warning. You ignore the warning. You say that we're conspiracy theorists and we watch too many movies, even though the infrastructure is being laid in your face, right in your face. If you have a pastor or a Hebrew Israelite leader, I should say, that is not breaking down this prophecy to you, then they don't really care about your salvation, and they're not qualified to teach. Revelation 3 verse 10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. When all these data centers is established, when the infrastructure is fully in place, they will come with this mark. They will collapse the dollar. There will be no more physical money. The money's going to have to be in your hand. Okay? In order for you to participate in the society, you're going to have the money in your hand. And if you don't got the money in your hand, which is the micro C-HIP, then you're going to get left behind. You're going to be ostracized from society. But guess what? The believers of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, the faithful in the Lord, will be taken care of, and they will be saved. Revelation 3 verse 10, it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. We're not going to give in to the temptation, which shall come upon all the world, to try them to dwell upon the earth. So this system is going to be instituted globally. Okay? But Babylon is that golden cup. Okay? So a lot of the infrastructure is going to be based in America. All right? So yeah, these data centers, this is the reason why these data centers is going up all over the world. Why? Because of the MOTB. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, B'Hashem Ruach HaKodesh. Forgive me, Spirit, through this lesson. Kwame Yasharala. Shalom.